For the first time in 25 years, the Sharks host a Halloween game. And Will Smith provided a couple of tricks up his sleeve and a couple of treats for the hometown fans. Let's talk about it right now on this spooky Halloween edition of Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, Sharks fans. Excuse me, sorry. It is October 31st, 2024. The Sharks are victorious. Yes, we're officially going streaking. They beat the Blackhawks tonight 3-2. We welcome you to this edition of Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks post game. We do this after every game, so be part of the show. Join the conversation in the YouTube page or the app and hang out with us and the fellow Sharks fans all over the world and in Sharks territory. You can always find us on the social. We gift the games on X and the threads. Of course, you want to find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you want to be a supporter of the show, hit us up at Venmo at tealtownusa on here. And with that, I say hello to Felix Chow. What's up, my friend? Happy Halloween,
Happy Halloween. I didn't know you were auditioning for a role in the upcoming Dracula.
or I can go Wiccan. No, okay, sorry.
I mean, hey, we're having fun, right?
We are having fun, indeed. Lammy, they won for my birthday. I love my hockey team. Happy birthday, Lammy.
Happy birthday,
It's
Lammy.
November 1st. Yes, on there. Yes, I get you. I know where I don't know where the hell I called it X. It's Twitter. Fucking it, God. Sorry, no, my bad. Thank you for calling me out, California Cruise, and I appreciate that. I need to look up the numbers for Blackwood to get the stream right. But Felix, how are you? What a night!
What a night indeed, and what a night, as we will discuss a bit later, for one Will Smith, eh?
Yeah, no kidding. We'll get into it. This was a game I think they really needed, and I think for Warsofsky, I mean, this is the hard nose, play it the right way as they usually say it, for it. But I mean, not to jump to the third period right away, but I mean, wow, they really persevered there, even though they were getting stuck in their own zone.
Since we're starting with that right off the hop, can they stop stressing me out in the third period, please? Thanks.
No, that's against Sharks policy. You know better than that. You've been a fan for how long, my friend?
I mean, it's. I'm just saying.
I mean, they should. Doesn't mean they won't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you. I just got that. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's becoming Sharks hockey torture, and in more ways than one, it seems like.
Right.
But let's get into the recap of this night where the Hawks came in and they were defeated Colorado earlier in the week. The Sharks are coming off a 2-game back-to-back win over Utah and LA. It's been discussed. Jake Wallman 6 points in 2 games. Fabian Zetterlund's had 3 goals in 2 games. Donato for Chicago, the former Shark, has been lights out for them lately. I think what was it?
Yeah, no. I mean, Donato's he's a good player, and he's reminding these Sharks that this is what you lost when you let me go. So.
Just coming into the chats, Jimmy Chops Teal. It doesn't matter how it was won. A win is a win, baby. Let's stack these W's up. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I appreciate that. All right, so first period, obviously, something historic happened, and when that happens, we risk our chances on YouTube and share it with you. The first goal for Will Smith got tough on an angle. I think they were trying to get him on the one timer, gets it
Yeah.
on his back and a quick shot. And this is the one thing I think everybody was loving about this kid was the quick shot that he has on there. He showed it twice tonight, but this
Yep.
first one finally.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that's a hell of a shot. Like, I mean, that is a shot you want to see on a nightly basis, right? From the kid, and you hope he gets more chances like that, and he finally, continues to, bury him. So
Yeah, and it was just a matter of time. I know they were trying to feed him a little bit here and there, so it was nice to see he gets that one. That makes it 1-0 Sharks. However, unfortunately, with this team, the trend has been they give up the next goal right away, and you get Donato getting his sixth of the season from McCabe and Murphy. Then you get Bertuzzi, a little faker, gets his third goal of the year, parked in front of the net, picks up the loose garbage and banks it home. Uh, they scored, two goals in a matter of like not even a minute, minute 30 after Will Smith's goal, just to kill the momentum for the Sharks. But down to when they still look like they were in good shape, and they weren't deflated either.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I thought they started to push again, after being down, and you know go ahead and get into Will Smith's second of the night.
Yeah. Second period, you first saw Wenberg tie it up at minute 30, just with like a little poke, like it was like a little fancy pool cue shot, just pokes it in. Zetterlund and Wallman get assists. They extend their point streaks up to make it 2-2, and then later in the period, of course. Can I do
Right.
this on the fly? Let's see if I can do this on the fly. Let's
Also,
hope I.
my bad. I slightly went out of order, but y'all know what we mean.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Uh, come on. Is it not going to let me? Gosh darn it! I was trying to get the the uh, the game winner up. Let's see. I could maybe.
Let's
No,
see.
no. It's what's the chat saying besides me? What the
Uh,
heck?
let's see. I'm just looking. Two goals for 2 goals for Smith. Not good enough. Send him down to the AHL.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Here's a goal for Smith. Again, his release is nice. Um,
Oh yeah.
and
Mm,
it wasn't until I saw this shot that it that it actually went in.
yeah.
It
I was like, well, I mean, the first time I saw that, I was like, that is the definition of bar down.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely, indeed. So that would be the eventual game-winning goal, 3-2. There, JT Lillielager will help. Hopefully, Lilligren. Pasta Pirates saying, "Don't mind me dancing to Get Jiggy with It" by Will Smith. Oh, trust me. He scored a hat trick. I would have come up with a rap to Fresh Prince of Bel Air and changed it to Fresh Prince of Silicon Valley. I mean, yeah, come on. Uh, Dank Groen, interesting logo like that. D-men need to get the puck out of the zone instead of just chucking it anywhere. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
completely agree. I'm like,
Uh,
can y'all just like not do that?
Will Smith looked more like Connor Bedard than Connor Bedard. Yeah, I mean, you love to see it.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, uh, Brisbee life. Sharks no longer last in the NHL. Yes,
Hmm.
yes, indeed. All right. So a third period, as you said to me in text, um, you know, I you did not need that stress. I don't think any of us did, man. I was like, oh my god. Like, come on, guys. Can you just make it an easier win? I mean,
I
it's
was like, is nobody gonna help Blackwood out here? He's like literally standing on his head.
had some great saves in the third period,
Right? Yeah.
uh, and they show the shots were 10-5. I mean, I swear to goodness gracious, it felt like 20-5. How the Hawks kept the pressure in the
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah, no, for sure. I I mean, look, the shot counter can also be a bit misleading sometimes, but man, the like you sort of alluded to, the Chicago had so much pressure on the Sharks that period, and obviously the delay of game towards the end there by Zetterlund didn't help things. But once again, Blackwood doing Blackwood things in net.
And keeping the puck out was the biggest one, and had to
For
deal
sure.
with some key saves. Had to deal with the Zetterlund puck over glass penalty with a minute 19 to go, and I don't know if you noticed it as the game was ending. I think Zetterlund rush skated over to him and said, "Thank you for bailing me out."
Oh, I did not see that, but that's pretty funny. No, that's
He,
I mean when you see players with that kind of accountability, you obviously love to see it, and hopefully Sarah will be better about that next time.
yeah, I mean that's the biggest one, and it's gonna be very tough to deal with it. But the good news is that they did take only allow Chicago to have three penalties or three power plays, excuse me, 0 for 3. So they're
Yeah,
kind of back onto their penalty kill.
yeah.
Played
But you
decent
like
defense tonight. You
right.
know,
But like I was gonna say, like you'd ideally like to not get into penalties trouble and play with fire. But I mean that's just me.
I agree. I completely agree. I'd rather not play with fire. Would you? Uh,
I sure as hell wouldn't.
no, unless it's in a controlled container. Called a barbecue.
Right, exactly. Like you do not. Actually, let's go with this. In the spirit of Halloween, you do not want to go conjuring fire.
There you go. Okay. I
Yeah.
I I I, I completely concur on that one. Uh, looking at some of the quotes that are coming in from the locker room tonight, AJ on assignment. He's enjoying himself at a concert. Uh, it feels great about time. That was kind of what Will said to Drew Remenda as the game ended. Uh,
Right.
uh, from Max Miller, Smith says first goal puck is going to his parents.
Yep, I just saw that. That's really really cool.
Yep. Shang Peng. Will Smith says he called his shot because he had a feeling tonight was the night. So
Okay.
obviously is feeling that swagger. I mean,
hmm
to quote Joe Pavelski, keep doing whatever it is you're doing, my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but overall, what did you think of tonight? I mean, this was a good win,
Oh yeah,
tight
for
win.
sure. Yeah,
Uh,
I think so. What I actually had in my notes, I believe, was with Will Smith. The question I actually wanted to pose to you and maybe for the chat even is with this two-goal outburst from him, uh, do you think he's finally found a bit of confidence?
you gotta, man, you
Right. Yeah.
gotta sense that there's gonna be a little bit of confidence
hmm
in his game going forward. By the way, I know it's not a Sharks jersey, but it is Halloween. I got to rock the San
Oh
Francisco
yeah,
Spiders tonight, indeed. So, um,
for sure.
but I mean, it's just uh, Jerry F with the super chat. Sharks winning. Congratulations, Will Smith. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Thank you,
Mhm.
Jerry, for the $2 super chat.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate it.
Jerry.
Uh, but it's just nice to see. Proud Hederick. I love the Sharks jerseys this season. Those alternate jerseys are badass. Yeah,
hmm
it's probably one of the first black jerseys I really like. They have just a little bit more pop of teal to it
hmm
to be noticeable.
Pasta Pirate also saying the Sharks have certainly found some confidence as a team last few games, and I would agree. Would you?
Yeah, no, they've definitely have gotten some swagger. It's kind of like the all right, we're done with this crap. Let's
Right,
frickin' win and get going.
for sure. It's like let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going.
Yeah, no, no, totally. Let's see what else is there. I think that's pretty much it from what we have for tonight for the game.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay.
obvious. Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead.
One thing. So Blackwood. From Curtis Pashelka. Blackwood on Will Smith's quick release. Uh, no comment. I'm not giving him any credit. We got a little rivalry going. So who's winning? No comment.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah.
comment indeed. Okay, all right. We'll let that slide for now. Uh,
Right.
so, and yes, and yes, they won in the black jersey. The black jersey curse is over. Let's not
Oh
get
my
too
god.
crazy now. Come on now, they're 1-1. If the next time they play again and they win, okay, and then we can talk about it. We're
Yeah,
okay.
and the next time they lose, it's gonna be like fired, like toss the jerseys, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Chomps Teal. Is this the last season they'll be wearing the black jerseys? No, no. They'll be. They'll have them definitely for the rest of this season, definitely next year as well. Fanatics kind of basically told the teams to not um, change the designs, and honestly, I think you had to get your third jerseys in or had them in the works in order for it to uh, to have it in the hype. I mean, you saw Tampa, you saw the Sharks, and the Rangers kind of put out third jerseys like late into this into the final part of the season.
Mhm.
So there's that. Whose house? Will's house. Yes, exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
Damn right.
Those were the days of Milker
Oh
Carlson.
my
Oh,
gosh.
jeez. Funny enough, from Shark Stats on the Twitter machine,
Okay.
first, like as we mentioned with before, first time since 1999, the Sharks had hosted a Halloween game. That was a 2-1 victory. Sharks over the Capitals. Alexander Koryuk got the game-winning goal in
Well,
that one, and it was his first game winner. I should emphasize, just like Will Smith's was tonight.
sorry not to age you, but damn, that's
Thanks.
before my time.
Why you gotta do that to me, man?
I mean, I'm not the only one.
Come on! Wow! Wow! You see that? You see that? That's the shade that Felix just threw on me right there. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, but I kind of, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I mean, when you mention a date like 19, actually no, 1990. Sorry, what was the year again? 19.
1999.
Okay, then scratch that entirely because I mean that by that point I was still about 3 years old. So I
Oh,
mean,
why you gotta do that to me, man? All right. All right, let's move along to the game. If we get more quotes, we'll definitely add them in here. Uh, what was that on there? Yeah, Rob I'm his sports channel. Yeah, the good old sports channel patch they had in there for it. Just don't call it the 1900s. Yes, thank you, thank you. That'll really make me feel old, Felix. So
but
don't do
I
that.
mean it's fine. I can't count apparently.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Either
Uh,
way, I'm gonna make you feel old, so I'm gonna just shut up.
Stop it. You see the big grin he has on his face? Whatever. Okay, whatever. All right. Well, let's get to a few things here. Things that happened. Well, earlier today, we saw Macklin celebrating on the ice, practicing with the team, being a participant in the practice in the morning skate before the game. Looks like there is no timetable yet, but we're slowly getting there.
Hmm.
slowly getting there back to him being
Absolutely.
back on the team.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, the more this team develops that much needed cohesiveness, I think we're going to see, a lot more gelling together. And by the way, speaking of gelling together, did
Thank
you
you.
have a trade you wanted to get to?
A what? A trade? Yes, that happened yesterday. And excuse us for one moment.
We have a trade to announce.
Thank
We
you,
have a
Kevin Lacey.
trade
Oh,
to
okay. No,
announce.
no, okay. All right. Enough, Kevin. Enough. My goodness. He's so excited he had to say it twice. All
Right?
right.
Okay, but yeah, go
So
ahead.
so San Jose acquires Timothy Liljegren from the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for Matt Benning, a conditional 2025 third round pick and a sixth round pick in 2026. That came down late yesterday afternoon. Timothy Liljegren was definitely being shopped around
Yeah.
by the Leafs. Kind of took a friendly deal at $3 million per.
Hmm.
So he signed for this season and next season. Matt Benning still has some time left on his deal at a cheaper deal for that. So that'll help Toronto's cap space indeed.
Right.
What did you think of this deal?
This was interesting. I mean, like I know AJ's gonna say thank God Matt Benning's gone, but
Well, of course.
yeah. But honestly, so from what little I know of this kid, man, whatever, Timothy Liljegren, is he's a pretty decent puck mover from what I understand. So I think that really helps the Sharks in, getting the puck up to the forwards at least. So, um, but other than that, I guess we'll see what we've got with them.
From what I've heard, he's got some good skating skills. Definitely can play with the puck a little bit. The one thing for his size, he doesn't use the body as much.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
and
I
I
think I heard that too. But yeah, that may be. I think he's gonna have to learn to use his his size in this league, no matter what team he's on. But yeah, we'll see how this pans out.
yep, yep, yep. I just look at that Pashelka comment that you mentioned earlier. No comment, not giving him any credit. We got a little
Yeah,
rivalry going. Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, you love to see it. The guys are having fun in there.
Right.
But on this move, yeah, I think it's a 25-year-old defenseman. It was the Leafs 2017 first round pick, 17th overall. Um, I think it's something where he gets a fresh start. He's not
Right.
getting harassed. He's not. He's gonna maybe get some use in San Jose as opposed to what he was doing in Toronto
Right.
on there. So
And do you think he's gonna automatically get top four time TOI?
um
Because I mean, the Sharks kind of need some help badly on the back end. So I mean, maybe he could. I mean, at this point,
could be. Oh no, we're in our back row. Go. Wait. That's better. Okay. Um, I think so. I mean, it depends on how much they want to use him. Apparently, he got into town today, but they decided not to
right?
play him today.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make his debut uh, Saturday against the Vancouver Canucks.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The Vancouver
Did
Canucks.
somebody say Vancouver?
Right. Yeah.
So,
But also, I don't know if you mentioned the term, but he's. I think. Let's see. Puckpedia has him with 2 years left. Yeah, so basically he's on it 2 by 3. So honestly, that's that's I think that's a pretty decent contract to sort of like test the waters with him, and if it doesn't work out, then maybe he'll find himself somewhere else again. So
yes. And Sleepy Mofo asking, if he gets in the lineup, who gets scratched? And TLBT actually kind of answering that rather than bench rooted than Thompson.
Yeah,
And we'll see. It could be Thrun. But I didn't think.
yeah. I did see some speculation that maybe you send Thrun down. So
Yeah. Triple G 0806 kind of sounds like Gherkin. Okay. If you say it fast with him and Vlasic for the pickle pair. Oh, for the pickle pair. Okay. Hope he isn't like Addison. Yes, where he's got to goon it up for the Hendersons.
We need, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It's going to be an
Yeah,
interesting one.
For sure.
The thing finder, give Granny the C. He seems to be the power force on the team. Well, I don't think you're gonna tell Logan Couture that he can't have the captaincy anymore. So
yeah, I think it's. I mean, I'll just say we'll wait and see what happens or what this team looks like after the trade deadline, and then make those decisions.
Is he a right shot? I mean, if that's the case, then that might explain why he got a lot in return for Toronto. I think he was, but we can look this up. Timothy Liljegren, he will wear number 37.
Right shot. Yeah, I did hear he's a right shot.
25 years old, from Sweden, right-handed shot defenseman.
Yeah.
6'1", 201. Played one game this season, didn't have any real stats for it. Did take a penalty. Played about 13 minutes of ice time. Just couldn't find a home in Toronto, so it's an opportunity.
Yeah. And I think, not to shout out the good friend Steve Dangle, but on one of his video trade review of that, he did mention that Liljegren had gone through now essentially 2 coaches, and it hasn't panned out. It didn't pan out. Obviously, it didn't pan out. Obviously, I can English, but yeah. So this is why he is where he is, basically.
Yeah, and it's just an opportunity to give it to him. So we'll see how it goes. Nick in the chat, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Ferraro means unmitigated disaster in all 3 zones, and I'm praying we trade him at the deadline to open a spot for Mika Madulin. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't, to be fair to Nick, I haven't been super impressed with Ferraro either. Like, I mean, great guy off the ice, obviously, but my guy, like, you gotta work harder to box your assignments out. Like, come on, like, you gotta. This is the NHL. Yeah, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes for the down the road, because now you're picking up defensemen, and now you almost can let these guys marinate a little bit more, which is nice to see.
For sure.
So, what's also nice to see?
Yep.
The Barracuda.
Oh, yes. Barracuda!
I was muted apparently, but yes, absolutely, they are nice to see.
Sorry, I hit the play button on that too quickly.
No, you're good. I actually kind of forgot that it mutes automatically on that. But anyway, go ahead.
The Barracuda won on Wednesday night 5-1 over the Coachella Valley Firebirds, who've been that white whale, I think you could say, for the Cuda for a bit. And the Cuda continue to roll, my friend.
Yeah, and hopefully they keep the good times. Like, isn't it nice when both teams in your organization are winning?
I know, it's kind of great. Just saying.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
pretty
Ah,
pretty good.
pretty good. I mean, I gotta tell you, it's nice to see some success finally coming back to San Jose. Cuda won 5-1. You had Granger get his first pro goal. Colin Graff had a shot from Podorowski go off of him and in. Colin White with a nice shorthanded goal. Van Roboys, I know Drew Remenda loves that kid. Podorowski got an empty netter assisted by Anthony Vincent, but Yaroslav Askarov.
I mean, goalie of the franchise's future, eh?
Um, need we say more?
Exactly.
Yeah. So the CUDA are on as the kids would say, the CUDA might be a wagon, you know, and
Sources say.
sources say, according by sources, at this particular time, it agree. You know, so the CUDA are on a roll. When are you guys playing again? Okay, I think they. Come on.
Let me see.
This is what happens when you don't have it ready to go on the fly, folks. Sorry about that. They play. Oh, they're on the road. They're in Iowa this
Yep.
weekend, taking on
Mm,
the
They've
Iowa
got
Wild.
back-to-back games actually, November 2nd and November 3rd against Iowa.
Yep, that is a 4 p.m. start on Saturday, so it won't interfere too much with the Sharks game. Sunday, 1 p.m. Our time, so we'll be looking out for that on the Sharks Audio Network or on AHL TV.
For sure. And speaking of good things for the Barracuda, do you want to talk about the other good news?
It's why I was setting it up. Good segue, my friend. We want to send a congratulations out to Nick and Angela Nolenberger. This is from the Barracuda Twitter account. San Jose Barracuda play-by-play announcer Nick Nolenberger and his wife Angela welcomed the birth of their daughter Bea Stella Nolenberger at 10:11 last night. So practically like just maybe a half hour after the Barracuda won. The dynamic new arrival came in at 6 pounds 15 ounces and is 20 inches long. She'll be eligible for the NHL draft in 2043. So a big smile from Nick Nolenberger. I know Ted Ramey had filled in for Nick on the Barracuda broadcast last night. So nice to see a big smile with Big Papa. So congratulations to Nick and Angela Nolenberger on the birth of their precious daughter. Congratulations. Great to see it.
Congratulations. Absolutely.
Yep. Indeed. So good to see them happen here. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of congrats in the chat. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, Phil Nguyen, yeah, I imagine Zets being our future third line winger, but low key looks good in top six, so that's contract's going to be Bicky. Yep. Askarov,
Yeah.
so happy for the guy. It's so nice to see all the success coming now. Indeed. So we'll see how it goes. You know.
Yeah, as you said, like if you were a couple nights ago, whatever, like, it's nice to be able to cover a win.
Yeah. It's easier at night.
Right.
We'll get to the super chat really quick. Smith
All
played his best game even without the goals. He was active and competing in the D zone and a monster in the neutral zone for the first two periods. Keep him up. Nick with the $4.99 super chat.
Nice. Thanks, Nick. But yeah, also didn't Greer say that he had no intentions of sending Smith down anytime soon? Anyway?
Right. He's not going down anytime soon. He's gonna work out his game, and tonight's the first night.
Right, and I think I know that there have been calls to send him down, and maybe he'll find his confidence in the A, and then call him back up. But I think this is the right move because I mean you're seeing that patience pay off, and hopefully it continues. So
completely agree on that one. How much are you giving Zets and for what term? This is toughy. I want to say 5 and, give him a few years.
Yeah, that's like let's see what he's
So while you look at that up,
yeah, I'm looking that up right now.
Will Smith became the youngest U.S.-born skater to score a goal with the Sharks. He beat, and Molasses, this might be tough for you to say. He passes Matt Nieto, who scored at 20 years old, 337 days on October 8th, 2013. Previously held that distinction. Will Smith, 19 years, 220.
Okay, so. This is it. Okay, so it looks. Hold on, sorry. It looks like he is. Yeah, he's got he's on a 2-year, 1.45 mil contract. So yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you might be right. Maybe a 5.
5 might be the thing. So.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Molasses. Big ups for the shout out. Yes. Saying 7.5 AV, maybe if 8 times. That's a lot of money for a guy who hasn't scored 30 goals in the league yet. And
yeah, but of course, you know how GMs like to overpay their guys significantly these days.
Yeah, that's the thing. it might be a lot. So
we'll for sure. And not to mention, with all, I was thinking about this with, and I'm not saying Zetterlund is anywhere near Draisaitl's skill set, but with Draisaitl commanding what he did and, signing that contract, and, obviously we know the cap's going up, and NHL valuations recently got, released. It's going to be really, really interesting.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Plus, the cap is going up, so who knows? And like Simcast is saying, a $100 million salary cap basically in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have another pandemic, of course.
Right.
Yeah. And that could be a prime. No, and Simcast making a good point for his thought. That could be a steal to get his prime years at 25 to 30 goals a year. Absolutely, completely agree with that.
Not wrong.
So, all right, I think we covered it all, my friend.
Yeah.
So let's put a bow on this, and that's when we say, in case you missed anything, or do you want to watch this again? And of course, you can watch it over and over and over and over, and I'd be grateful for that. You can check this out at teal10usa.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Your course, if you're watching us on the YouTube, whether it's live or on the replay, leave a comment down below. Definitely hit that thumbs up as you have your way out. And of course, subscribe. It helps us out immensely to get into the algorithm like we did on Tuesday night. Thank you for everyone who watched that. And if you want to hit that notification bell, that'll notify you when we go on the air, following each and every Sharks game. So, Felix, thank you very much, my friend, for being a part of this.
Of course. I try to step in when I can, and we will see when I will be on next. So, yeah.
So stay tuned for that. Indeed. Jerry F. saying, Zetterlund has single-handedly made me feel about the Timo trade. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I forgot what Timo looks like now, but I remember that rosy cheeks. Yes. Oh, and Simcast, thank you for mentioning it. Musty reported to the Sudbury Wolves.
Yeah.
After demanding a trade out of Sudbury.
I think also I believe Ian did point out in our DMs that Greer may have had a hand in getting into play. So yeah.
You're get your butt over Sudbury. What are you doing? How?
Yeah, right.
So that's it. But with that, that'll be it for us. We'll be back with. Let me try that again. We will be back with you on Saturday for Bay Area Unite Baseball Night Edition. as the Sharks will take on the Vancouver Canucks. I said the Vancouver Canucks.
Did somebody say Vancouver?
Thank you. Jeez, Shorthouse, you don't have to be shy about it. I believe it's a Hockey Night in Canada game, so a lot of heads out there. Should be a good crowd on hand for for a jersey giveaway.
Yeah.
So, with that, for Felix, I'm Eric. Thanks
Well,
for
hold
watching.
on. Hold on.
Okay.
You forgot to ask me my final thoughts, I believe. But
I thought you had said them. I'm sorry, Felix. Hey, Felix, your final thoughts on this evening?
So my final thoughts are basically Will Smith keep as you referenced Pavelski earlier. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing, because it's clearly working. But yeah, no, I'm happy to see the kid finally get rewarded, and yeah, hopefully it keeps up. And for the love of God, can we play a somewhat consistent 60-minute game, and not have to give Blackwood so much work? Thanks. Or Vanacek even so much work. Thanks.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. To not put too much stress on the goaltenders right now.
Yeah.
Sharks with 8 points. They are still technically at the bottom of the Pacific Division. However, I'm just gonna point this out, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams ahead of him. They're just 3 points out of a playoff spot, folks. Okay, don't throw your pucks at me right now as I say that, but enjoy this run, because remember we had that run with the Islanders and Red Wings last year, and then it was all downhill from there. So enjoy the run that we're having at the moment, and embrace it. Come on back to Sharks hockey, my friends. So
absolutely,
thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so we can definitely see you back here next time. And until then, keep it real, keep it teal. Keep it real, Teal. Have a great night, everyone. We will see you Saturday following Sharks and Canucks.